Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be reviewing something today. A game console that has a lot of potential, but it could be a little bit better. This may look like a Nintendo Switch, and you would probably believe me, but trust me, it's not. It just looks like one. This is the Powkiddy X51. It's a little emulator console, and it was slightly disappointing, and I'm gonna go and show you, yeah. Just so you know, I'm extremely lazy. So I might not do some things on here because I'm lazy. So yeah. On the site, it says they have a 2500 milliamp battery, but this year says 3000 milliamp. So they may be lying about their specs as they're on the website or on the console itself. On the print on the back. I don't feel like dealing with figuring out the specifications for the processor and stuff. But yeah, it's just okay. So let's turn it on now. It's got a little light in the top left to tell the battery and whatnot. And it boots up kind of fast though. And yeah, it came with all these games pre-installed on it. I also put my own on here too. Now let me just I have a little box over here that has the... I decided to change out hang on just a minute, sorry. Let me find where it is. Here it is. Oops. Nope. Ah. Okay, so I decided to change out the SD card in this console because I heard other people under the reviews say they are not really that good and they might get corrupted very easily. This here is the original SD card that came in the console. It's a 32 gigabyte, and I put a 64 gigabyte in here. And let me see if I can take it out if I don't screw the system up when I take it out while it's running, I guess. And this here is the 64 gig SD card. It's just a Walmart brand on with two ends. It's pretty good. It has a lot faster transfer speed than the original one here does. And yeah, supposedly the console can only go up to 64 gigs, so I maxed it out, basically. I mean, don't get any cat hair on here. Sorry, I got a deal of cat hair. Oops, it's backwards. Okay, so yeah, let's check out the system settings. You push the X button on here, and you can go on to system settings. The language. There are already two languages. You got your theme. There's only 3 themes on here. You got the red and blue one. You have this space flight one. And you have... oh no, this is the space one, and this here is a nebula in space, I guess. 2 different space ones and this fancy technology one. You got your brightness. You got your backlight power off. The volume for headphones, I guess. This here is, if you add games, you got to do this right here to sync the games. And reset default and use the advanced. And advanced is just your system information. Your version, your SD card capacity, and external memory. I don't know what the external memory is. I wonder if I can connect an SSD drive to this for the USB ports on the top here. I don't know if that's actually true, but I heard, there's no information about it. But I wonder if I can put an SSD on this thing, and yeah, load games from the external device. So here is a list of games just all plopped up on there. This here is your game type, your emulator type. So you got 10 different emulators here. Here's a history of recently played games, your favorite of games. To favorite a game, you push select, which is right here. You have your search function. It's a little glitchy in some cases. It doesn't always work. And yeah, so we could just where's the... It's also capitalization sensitive, so you gotta watch that. It's case sensitive, so you gotta be careful of that. Let's search for Sonic, like for Sonic the Hedgehog, I guess. Then we go to this right here. It comes off like it's any game that has the word Sonic in it, which it is. I don't think it's given all of them. Some of them I have added myself, like these 4 right here. I've added myself, and this one here. These 5. And here's your file browser. We can like go in here. I don't know what that is for. I think it's a settings program, but you can't load it from here for some reason. It comes with demo music, only 2 of them. Demonstration folders for photos. Well, that looks pretty, like a pretty Photoshop background, beautiful flowers and butterflies. You come with some test video. I haven't looked at them yet, and I'm too lazy to do it because I'm a lazy person. So yeah, let's get into how the emulation works, I guess. Let's start with a classic. The original Nintendo. Or Famicom as it's known in Japan. I'm not really good at this type of stuff because I'm new to emulation, but I like it. Now, the processor in this is not as fast as I wish it was, but it's pretty good. I will say some of the ROMs they put on here, it's like, for some weird reason, like some of them are a mix between Chinese and English, like in a glitchy way, and I don't know how to fix it. It looks like also some of the titles are translated incorrectly. Let's find Super Mario. It's not alphabetically organized, unfortunately. What do you see? I'm trying to find Mario on here. Everybody likes Mario. Oh, is there a Star Wars game on here? Wait, that can't be Star Wars. I don't. The images might be wrong here too. So I'm trying to find Werewolf. I'm trying to find Mario on here. You know what? It should be in my history, actually. I played it in my history. What am I doing? So my brain's not working right for some reason. I don't know why. Does it not? So this here is the original Mario Bros. On Nintendo. I'm trying to do this with one hand here because I'm trying to record and stuff. I got it set kind of quietly. Where's the volume button? Sorry, my brain's not working right now. Hang on. It can get pretty loud, it looks like. I don't want to get too loud, though. This here's the original Mario Bros. And usually the different... sorry, that was my fault. I'm paying attention. Usually these different ROMs on here, they usually Mario Bros. On these type of handhelds, it's a PAL version running on an NTSC emulator, which means it's going to run a little faster. But they seem to got the NTSC route on here, and they push the menu button over here. You can also get it by pushing both select and start at the same time. I got a feeling the menu button actually links both of these buttons here together. So we can reset the game, we go back into the game, we can make a save state and stuff. We can like load a save state. Here's our settings. You got our sound on or off, our button mapping, and our joystick mode. I have joysticks at the analog, but I'll tell you more about that later. Let me set it back to digital here. But here's the stupid thing. If your joystick is in digital mode, it actually just copies the D-pad. So you get the D-pad here, it just copies the D-pad. Which also means that the other button copies the face buttons here. How stupid is that? Now, I have seen somebody else review this console on another video, but it was like some 10 months ago videos. So I got the most updated version right now that is out because this is in 2023. And they have removed the ability to scale your screen. Originally, it was buggy, but now it's locked to full screen permanently. I don't mind that because I don't want to see my game, but what for other people who like smaller screens, smaller resolution and stuff, they're not gonna be happy. And now let's go to. I'm just gonna go in order here and play. So original Nintendo seems to run okay. Fun, good Game Boy Advance game. I want to pick randomly, I think. I don't know. I don't want to. What about a Dragon Ball Z game? Turn it down a little bit. Well, that gets kind of loud, actually. That gets very loud in some games. I'm going to skip the intro here or something. See, they have like a Chinese version of the ROM on here, and oops. I assume that's level 1. And is that the start? I can't read it. I'm sorry. Can I skip this, please? There's punching, there's jumping. I don't think the shoulder buttons have a... Well, that's probably a special move. I think I have to wait to the special move. So there's like a side-scrolling kind of thing. I'm trying to do this one-handed, so I don't know. I'm gonna use this, I guess. Yeah, let's also put it to a classic game one here. One I added myself, Mario Kart Super Circuit. Now, the games are not alphabetically organized, unfortunately. They go in order of them being added. And I also added some other games on here too. Put Mario Kart Super Circuit. Now, I've heard this console does not support normal game states, only save states. That's kind of a bummer though. So yeah, I don't have a stand for this iPad camera, so I can't actually play with 2 hands. This video is gonna suck, I'm sorry. So let's pick. I like to pick Peach. She seems to be the fastest. And yeah, Game Boy Advance seems to run pretty good. So let's go out of here. Here is an arcade emulator. I have not tested it yet. So let's play, I guess, a Street Fighter game, I guess. And there's like a test sequence for the arcade drivers. Oh wait, we're not supposed to use this game in the United States. That's bad. Well, you put select to enter coins, enter your money to play. Just gonna pick randomly, I guess. I don't know. What the crazy green guy? I'm not into fighting games that much, so I'm probably gonna screw myself over. So I'm just gonna button mash, I guess. I'm just gonna button mash, and I'm really struggling because I don't have 2 hands. I gotta hold my camera somehow. Yeah, I'm only doing it with 1 hand, so I suck pretty bad. I gotta hold the camera somehow. If only they made camera stands for iPads, that'd be very cool. So that seems to run okay. But Super Nintendo, oops, wrong button. Super Nintendo on this thing really sucks. It does not run that well. I mean, let's go into Yoshi's Island over here. And going through all the gameplay on here. Sounds like it's running okay. Ooh, look at that bad frame rate. It really sucks. That's slow. That's bad. Yeah, sure, I guess. Can I skip the intro, please? Or do I have to go through it? These buttons are like super duper clicky. The bottom button's down here. And the joysticks do not even have middle click. Come on, skip that. Skip that, please. Yeah, when it's outside of that menu, it runs better. But it's still kind of choppy, as you can see, in some places. Other than that, it's okay, I guess. Could be a little better, but yeah. But here is where things get interesting, is when you play Star Fox on this thing. It runs so poorly. It runs so badly that it has trouble clearing the display buffer. And sometimes the enemy fire doesn't even hit you half of the time. See how bad it runs? Just skip that. And the music is all scratchy too because it runs so bad. See that? The display buffer isn't clearing. Come on, dude, you can do better, console. Okay, usually it clears by now. It's here the music is not happy. Okay, why isn't it clearing the screen buffer? It's weird. Okay, why is it like this thing is struggling? When I launched the bomb, it seems has fixed the darkness. I prefer control style D on here. So yeah, okay, why don't you display buffering, dude? Look, it just, look at this. I'm running to start the game now. Hear the music is struggling. And just look how bad this is. It's so glitchy that enemy fire barely hits you when you're moving around a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's not happy. Yeah, that is really bad, isn't it? That's terrible. I think the best running consoles on here is old Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, and PlayStation. You just look at that speed. Look at that terrible frame rate. It's so bad. This thing has trouble emulating Super FX chip, apparently. Look at this. Look at this. This is so stupid. So the music is struggling too. Oops. Forgot the joystick was set to digital mode, I guess. I wasted a bomb. Yeah, let's get out of that, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. So let's try Sega Genesis, also known as Mega Drive. I'll tell you what, this thing barely runs. Let me put original Sonic the Hedgehog on here. It runs it like I'm running a PAL version, but it's not. Cause the place I got it from, like they mislabel it sometimes. And you can tell it's skipping audio a lot. I don't know why it's skipping a lot. And for some reason it just runs like the PAL version. I know I got the original version on here. I had to skip the audio crazily. Yeah, it's kind of crappy actually. That's how you find the Hedgehog 2 runs at normal speeds, the exception of that audio skipping. I mean, it's been almost a year and they couldn't fix all the glitches. Yeah, it's skipping. Yeah. Skipping the audio, but it runs okay, I guess. But then the audio's skipping to death. Yeah, that's pretty stupid. So let's, oops. I wanted to try a different Sonic game. Oops. It's Sonic Hedgehog free. So they're doing a skipping thing. Terrible emulator. It's a software problem. It's like it's running speed-wise, it runs okay, but the audio skipping is terrible. And a little messed up a little bit. Yeah. Okay, next emulator is a different type of arcade emulator. Yeah, let's do this one here. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Let's see how people play this game. Sounds like it runs okay. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Come on, man, get closer to me, dude. What'd he drop? Some money? I mean, yeah. That seems run okay. Oops, wrong. I don't know why. Weird. Now let's try, original Game Boy. So let's try some old Mega Man, I guess. Sounds like one's okay. Cut me. Yeah. Give me that energy, please. Oh, God. Die, spiky ball of death. It's hard to play when only doing it with one hand. I gotta hold the camera somehow. I know I said it already. I'm sorry. That's doing okay. About Game Boy Color. I guess let's go with the first. Oh, I gotta put the SD card back in my little protection box. Put the SD card back in the box. They're really protecting you. Oops. Sorry about that. Yeah. This is almost like they modified the Super Nintendo version to be on the Game Boy Color. Exactly what it is. That's the Super Nintendo version, but on the Game Boy Color. Now, Neo Geo. I haven't actually played this type of console before, but yeah. These take a little longer to load, and they had like a little color glitch when it first starts up. It's a little more quieter, I guess.
Mission 1, start.
This game is a little violent though, but yeah, she's shooting the military guys down. The scenes run okay. Yeah, trying to play with one hand is very bad. Now, last but not least is the original PlayStation. Now, there is two major flaws with this console. Let me just go in the Silent Hill right here. It's a mix between Chinese and English. It's like weird. I'll load my save state over here because I have some game progress on here. So yeah, but here's a little flaw. This game has what is known as tank controls, but I push up and it's very easy to get a diagonal. I go very slightly to the left. Okay, it's not doing it very much this time. It's very easy to get diagonals on here. And just pushing a little bit to the left and right, and it's already got a diagonal on it. Yeah, it's yeah, the D-pad is not the greatest. Now, we know that the analogs just copy the buttons, right? So let's load a classic game, Spyro the Dragon. The OG one, baby. Now I got a save state on him to load that up. It has a little crackling, it's not running as good as it could, but it runs pretty well. Just, oh. Yeah. But let me show you a terrible flaw that this console has. Now, the analog joysticks do not actually work in analog mode at all. I know not all PlayStation games support analog mode, but I have one right here that definitely does. I looked up a list on Wikipedia that actually tells you all the games that support analog. The Spyro the Dragon 2 is one of them. And we see it's currently in digital mode, so it copies the other buttons. So it's not true analog, it's fake analog. But let me go and set it to analog mode, and you will see the software in this thing is so poor it won't even register anything. So I set it to analog mode. The buttons still work as normal, D-pad still, but look at this. No analog feedback at all. See? And I know this game has analog support. I looked it up. I even talked in the group and someone else said theirs does not work either. If I had the X70, it should work, but I'm not going to pay an arm and a leg for something larger than this that's actually equally as junky. This should rotate the camera around. I got to use the shoulder buttons on here for that. This should move the player around. Absolutely nothing. That's a bad flaw of this console. So yeah, this game does not have this buggy and stuff. It don't not work. It's poor software. No, I'm gonna have to be rude a little bit. I was talking to the seller about that, and the seller is pretty stupid actually. They have no clue what an analog compatible game is. And here's the story. I told them about it. They said to give them a video. I gave them a video. See, they said to go talk to the engineer. I waited a week, and they wouldn't get back until I said to them about it. They said I needed a compatible game, which I did have one. I told them I had a compatible game. They said to talk to the engineer again, and I just told them I waited half a week and talked to them. They said basically the exact same thing in different words. How stupid do you have to be stupid enough to not say the right stuff? Like, it's simple. Look up wikipedia.com and find the list of analog compatible PlayStation games, or just Google it and scroll down a little bit. It's not that hard to look up a darn list of compatible games. How dumb are these people? Never gonna buy from that seller again. Oh, there's the backlight going to sleep. So here's the thing. There are two consoles, one I don't have yet or plan to get, and one I do have, that are a lot better than this. And they play about the same. They play about similar games, and they have plenty better software. So yeah, look at this right here. This is called the Funky S, and I absolutely love this thing. It's very small and cute and hard to play, but let me open it up right here. Let me tell you, here's the trick to making this thing work. If you want to use the D-pad, use the middle joint of your thumb right here to control the D-pad, like right here. This is Metroid Zero Mission. I think it's just a Game Boy Advance remake of the old Metroid game on Nintendo. And I also believe it's the same story for Super Metroid. It's just Metroid 1 on an old Nintendo, but on the Super Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, like, this is a Funky S. I love it so much. It runs Super Nintendo like a charm. Although I did the software update I did, and on the map screen on Star Fox does not work as well as it used to on Star Fox. But after, it still runs the game normally. But yeah. So, and I also want to get something called the RG351 by Ambernick. Both the Funky S and the Ambernick console play about the same game that this one here does, but much better quality, much better performance. Yeah, so, yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? The Funky runs at 1.2 gigahertz. It can play PlayStation like a charm. And Super Nintendo, and yeah. This thing here runs 300 megahertz slower than the Funky, running at 900 megahertz. And this runs at 1.2 gigahertz. The other one I wanted to get runs at 1.5 gigahertz, which is 300 megahertz faster than the Funky. But it plays about the same game performance-wise. But a lot better. It's like, yeah, I would say save up the $100. Don't pay. I got this for $60. I didn't say it earlier. This was $60. This was $80. I would say save up $20 extra and get a Funky, or save like $100 and get an RG51. This console is not that good. It's not worth the money. Sorry this review took half an hour. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next time. If you still want to buy this anyway, I'll link it in the description if I remember to do so. I'm very forgetful, so I might forget to do it. But yeah, I got it on AliExpress for $60. Not really as worth it as the tiny $80 Funky was. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Sorry it took so long. And I'll see you next time, and goodbye.